Today we will learn something that can truly change your life. Welcome back to Mindset English, the channel where your journey of learning English and developing a powerful mindset go hand in hand. Today we're diving into a book that has helped millions across the world take charge of their lives. 12 Rules for Life by Jordan Peterson. Now, we know that reading a full book might take days or even weeks, but in this one video, you'll receive a deeply simplified yet powerful explanation of the core ideas in a way that improves your mindset and your English at the same time. Books are some of the most powerful tools for growth. They hold the wisdom and life experience of brilliant minds, condensed into pages that you can read in just a few hours. But we're taking it even further. We're turning those hours into minutes for you. Whether you're here to improve your English or your mindset, or both, you're in the right place. You're about to hear something that can change not just your thoughts, but your actions, your decisions, and your future. Make sure to stay with us until the end, because these life principles can help you develop more confidence, clarity, purpose, and success. Also, by listening carefully and paying attention to how the ideas are explained in English, you'll naturally improve your vocabulary, listening skills, and even speaking abilities. Great books contain great words and powerful sentences, and as you learn these new expressions, your mind begins to think in English more fluently. So take this time as a double opportunity to grow. And don't forget, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, like this video, and leave a comment at the end sharing which rule impacted you the most. Let's begin with the first important principle. Stand up straight with your shoulders back. This might sound like a simple rule about physical posture, but it holds much deeper meaning. When you stand tall with your shoulders back, you're sending a message, not just to others, but to yourself. You're telling the world that you are present, alert, and ready. More importantly, you're telling your own brain that you are strong and capable. Studies in psychology and neuroscience have proven that your body language directly affects your thoughts. If you sit with your head down, slouched, and avoid eye contact, your mind becomes more fearful, anxious, and doubtful. But when you lift your head, expand your chest, and walk with purpose, your inner confidence grows automatically. It's as if your body is waking up your mind saying, "I've got this." This change may feel small, but it makes a big impact. Think of how people treat those who walk with confidence. They're taken seriously. They're respected. Confidence opens doors before you even speak. Imagine walking into a job interview. If you walk in with a weak posture, avoiding eye contact and speaking softly, the interviewer might feel that you lack self-belief. But if you walk in confidently, greet them with a smile, look them in the eyes, and speak clearly, they'll likely see you as capable, even before reading your resume. This rule teaches us not to shrink in the face of life, but to face it fully. Start each day by standing tall, breathing deeply, and reminding yourself that you are in control. As your body changes, so will your emotions and results. Now let's reflect on how we treat ourselves. This leads us to another life-changing idea. Treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. Think about how much care and love you give to others. If a close friend is struggling, you encourage them. If a child is sick, you make sure they get medicine, food, and rest. But when it comes to your own health, emotions, or goals, do you offer yourself the same care? Most people don't. They neglect their well-being, ignore their needs, and sometimes even speak harshly to themselves. This rule reminds us that we matter. You are responsible for your own life, and you deserve the same level of compassion and support that you give to others. If you had a friend going through a tough time, you wouldn't say, "You're useless. You'll never get better." But that's exactly what many people say to themselves after a mistake. You must stop this. Start becoming your own best friend. Speak kindly to yourself. Make choices that protect your future. Eat well. Get enough sleep. Learn new things. Surround yourself with people who lift you up. Just as you would not let a loved one stay in pain, don't let yourself suffer when you can choose healing. Self-respect isn't selfish. It's necessary. You cannot help others if your own life is falling apart. Begin taking your growth seriously, and your life will reflect that decision. Next, think about the people you spend time with. Your environment plays a huge role in who you become. That's why you must choose friends who want the best for you. You can't grow in a garden full of weeds. If your closest relationships are filled with negativity, laziness, or bad energy, that influence will rub off on you. It happens quietly but powerfully. You'll find yourself feeling stuck, discouraged, or even hopeless. But if your circle is filled with motivated, supportive, kind people, your mindset will rise. Think of two groups. One group complains all the time. They gossip, make excuses, and bring others down. They laugh when you try to improve and say, "You're wasting your time." The second group works hard, talks about ideas, and encourages personal growth. They get excited when you succeed and offer real advice when you struggle. Which group do you think will help you become better? The answer is obvious. That's why you must be brave enough to distance yourself from toxic friendships. It's not easy, but it's necessary. Your future depends on the energy you surround yourself with. If you want to achieve big goals, learn from people who have done it. Read the right books. Watch uplifting videos. Spend time with people who make you believe in yourself. Because in the end, you become like the people you hang around with most. Choose those people wisely. Now let's discuss something that almost everyone struggles with: comparison. In today's digital world, we are constantly seeing other people's lives. Social media shows us perfect pictures of perfect people doing amazing things, traveling the world, making money, looking beautiful, and smiling all the time. And we begin to wonder, why isn't my life like that? Why am I not as successful, attractive, or talented? This kind of thinking is dangerous. It creates feelings of failure, jealousy, and sadness. But the truth is, You are only seeing a small part of someone else's life, the part they choose to show. You don't see their struggles, fears, or failures. And more importantly, their journey is not your journey. That's why this rule is so important. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. Your real competition is not someone online. It's the past version of you. Every day, you just need to improve a little. That's all. Ask yourself, am I better today than I was yesterday? Did I learn something new? Did I make progress even a little bit? That's the only comparison that matters. Think about someone trying to learn English. One person watches native speakers online and thinks, I'll never speak like them. My accent is terrible. I give up. The second person compares only with their past. They say, last week I didn't know how to introduce myself, but today I did it. This second person keeps growing, keeps learning, and slowly becomes fluent. They win, not because of talent, but because they focused on themselves, not others. That's what you must do. Write down one small improvement each day. It might be one new word, one good habit, or one positive thought. These small steps build massive success over time. Focus on being 1% better every day. Soon, you won't recognize the person you used to be, and that's a beautiful thing. Let's now turn our attention to discipline. One powerful rule from the book says, do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. Even if you're not a parent, this rule teaches a universal lesson about self-discipline and personal behavior. We often talk about freedom, but real freedom only comes with discipline. Without it, you create a life full of chaos. If you let a child scream, misbehave, and disrespect others without correction, they grow up believing that such behavior is acceptable. But the world does not tolerate such behavior for long. Eventually, they face real consequences: job loss, broken relationships, or regret. The same idea applies to you. If you keep allowing bad habits, wasting time, blaming others, avoiding responsibility, you're shaping a future that you won't enjoy. Your habits decide your direction. Imagine someone who always sleeps late, skips responsibilities, and reacts with anger whenever things go wrong. Their life becomes difficult. They suffer, not because of bad luck, but because of repeated bad choices. But if you train yourself to be responsible, to control your emotions, to face discomfort, you build a strong future. Discipline is not punishment. It's love. It's love for your future self. Make choices today that your future self will thank you for. Think about your own habits. What small action are you repeating that could lead to regret? Start replacing it with something better. Little by little, shape yourself into someone you admire. Because at the end of the day, if you dislike your own life, only you have the power to change it. Now here's another deep truth. Set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. It's easy to complain about society, politics, your boss, or even your family. But the question is, are you taking care of your own responsibilities? Is your life in order? Are your habits healthy? Are your relationships strong? Before you demand that the world change, you must look in the mirror. Fix what you can control. Many people fall into the trap of blaming everything around them, but this mindset gives away your power. When you focus only on external problems, you ignore the internal ones, the ones you can actually change. You don't have to fix everything overnight, but start small. Clean your space. Apologize when you're wrong. Be honest in your conversations. Keep promises you make to yourself. These little steps are the foundation of a better life. As you begin to take ownership of your life, you'll feel more powerful, more clear, and more capable. You won't feel the need to criticize others because you'll be too busy improving yourself. This is where transformation begins, not in changing the world, but in changing yourself first. Rule 6 reminded us to fix our own life before complaining about the world. And now, that thought evolves naturally into another powerful truth. Rule 7. Pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. Many people take the easy way. They want quick results. They chase comfort, not growth. They choose short-term pleasure over long-term purpose. But here's the hard truth. Chasing easy never builds anything great. Every success story is built on hard work, sacrifice, and meaning. Let's take two people again. One wants to become a great speaker, but he only watches fun videos, avoids real practice, and never faces his fear of speaking. After a year, he's still silent, still afraid. The other one starts with fear too, but he chooses the meaningful path. He speaks even when his voice shakes. He studies vocabulary. He records himself. He speaks to strangers. After a year, he's fluent and confident. Why? Because he chose the meaningful path, not the easy one. Ask yourself, are your actions meaningful, or are they just convenient? Do you scroll through your phone when you should be improving your life? Do you complain about your job instead of learning new skills? Stop choosing ease. Start choosing growth. If you want to transform, focus on what matters, not what's simple. Now let's go even deeper. Rule 8. Tell the truth, or at least don't lie. This rule isn't just about speaking honestly to others. It's also about being honest with yourself. Many people lie to themselves daily. They say, I'm trying, but they aren't. They say, I'll start tomorrow, but they never do. They say, it's not my fault, when they know deep down they didn't give their best. Lies feel comfortable, but they destroy your self-respect. If you always lie, even small ones, you'll stop believing in yourself. Let's say you want to improve your English. If you lie and say, I practiced today, when you didn't, you're just creating a fake version of yourself. And fake people don't grow. Be real. Admit your weaknesses. Say, I'm not practicing enough. I need to be more consistent. That's where growth begins. With truth. Think about someone at work. Person A always tells the truth. If there's a mistake, he admits it. If he's unsure, he asks. People respect him, trust him. Person B always lies, blames others, covers up mistakes. Over time, people avoid him. Success demands honesty. Lies may protect your ego today, but they will destroy your future tomorrow. So start being honest, even if it's uncomfortable. Now we reach one of the most powerful mindset shifts. Rule 9. Assume the person you are listening to might know something you don't. This rule sounds simple, but it's incredibly deep. Most people talk to be heard. They don't listen to understand. They wait for their turn to speak. They believe they already know enough. But true wisdom starts with listening. When you listen, really listen, you open the door to learning, you grow. Imagine two friends. One talks non-stop, always giving advice, never asking questions. The other one listens. He takes notes. He thinks deeply. He asks, "How did you do that? What worked for you? What would you do differently?" After 1 year, who do you think is wiser? Listening shows humility. And humility is the foundation of wisdom. So when you meet someone, anyone, remember, they might know something that could change your life. Listen to people older than you. They've lived through things you haven't. Listen to people younger than you. They may see the world differently. Listen to your failures. They are trying to teach you something. And most importantly, listen to feedback. Don't run from it. Don't get defensive. Use it to grow. The person you're ignoring might have the answer you've been searching for. Now let's take it one step further. Rule 10. Be precise in your speech. Words shape your reality. If your words are unclear, your life will be unclear. Imagine. Someone says, "My life is terrible." That's too vague. What exactly is terrible? Is it their job, their relationship, their health? Now imagine they say, "I'm feeling anxious because I'm overwhelmed with work and not managing my time." Now we have clarity. Now we can solve the real problem. Precision is power. If you want to learn English, don't say, "I want to get better." That's too broad. Say, "I want to learn 50 new words this month. I will speak for 10 minutes every day." Be specific with your goals, your struggles, your dreams. If your goal is clear, your path becomes clear. Don't say, "I want to be rich." Say, "I want to earn $5,000 a month by building an online business." When your words are sharp, your mind becomes sharp. Precision brings order, clarity, direction. Be clear, be focused, be exact. Now we enter a deeper idea, one about courage. Rule 11. Do not bother children when they are skateboarding. At first, this rule might seem strange, but it's about something essential. The importance of challenge and risk. Life is not meant to be completely safe. Children learn by falling. By trying. By getting back up. Adults do too. If you try to remove all risk from life, you remove all growth. Let's say you want to start a business, but you're afraid. You wait. You avoid failure. You overthink. And then you never start. Now imagine someone else. He starts, even if he's unsure. He fails, but learns. He tries again, with more experience. After a few failures, he finds success. Why? Because he wasn't afraid of the challenge. Strong people don't avoid fear. They walk through it. Your muscles only grow when they're pushed. Your confidence only grows when it's tested. Your skills only grow when they're stretched. So don't be afraid of falling. Be afraid of standing still. Let the child skateboard. Let yourself take risks. Start that business. Speak that language. Ask that question. Apply for that opportunity. And if you fall, get up stronger. Because that's how winners are made. And finally, Rule 12. Pet a cat when you encounter one on the street. This rule teaches us something gentle but powerful. In life, there will be pain, struggles, sadness. You will lose people, face failure, deal with stress. But even in those dark times, there are small, beautiful moments, moments that remind you life is still worth living. A cat passing by, the sound of rain, a smile from a stranger, a deep breath. These small joys keep us going when everything feels heavy. Let's say you're learning English and you feel stuck. Instead of quitting, celebrate the small wins. You understood a sentence in a movie? That's progress. You had a 30-second conversation in English? That's success. You learned 5 new words? That matters. Don't wait for huge victories to feel happy. Find peace in the small steps. One of the strongest people in the world is not the one who never breaks, but the one who finds beauty even while breaking. Take time for peace. Take time to walk slowly. Take time to breathe. Because life is not just about chasing success. It's also about appreciating the journey. So even on your hardest day, look for something good. Because it's always there, even if it's just a cat on the street. Final words. Your life is in your hands. Let's bring everything together. You've now learned some of the most powerful rules that can guide your life toward strength, confidence, and success. But here's the most important part. Knowing is not enough. You must act. You must live these rules. Start with honesty. Speak the truth. Even when it's hard, choose what is meaningful, not what is easy. Take risks. Challenge yourself. Grow stronger. Listen deeply. Learn from everyone. Speak clearly. Be precise. Take responsibility. Stop complaining. Build your future. Find peace, even in your darkest times, because no one is coming to rescue you. The life you want, you must build it. The confidence you need, you must earn it. The success you dream of, it's already inside you, but only if you're willing to fight for it. So now it's your turn. What will you do? Will you go back to scrolling, back to excuses? Or will you take these rules and become the person you were meant to be? The choice is yours, and if you take that first step today, nothing in this world can stop you. If this story moved you or inspired you in any way, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Mindset English, and tell us in the comments, what was the most powerful lesson you learned today? Your journey starts now, and we'll be right here with you.